Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another video. Today is Sunday morning and it is around 7 a.m. I don't even think I'm gonna put my hair up, to be honest. It's a little crazy on the bottom because I took a shower last night and so I slept with my hair wet and it's like all crimped up, but I'll fix that later. I've never really filmed on a Sunday just because these are usually pretty uneventful. I usually just go to church, come back, maybe I'll go out to eat with my family in Galindo. Sometimes we don't even do that, honestly. Sometimes I just come straight home. I take the longest nap and then I go back to church at night. I'm gonna go for a small walk, which is why I'm not even really gonna worry about my hair right now. It's like in the 50s right now and it feels really nice outside. So I like to enjoy a cool little morning and just either listen to a devotion or listen to worship music. Sometimes I don't even listen to anything and I kind of just listen to whatever the outside. But just to wake me up a little bit, it's not like a specific mileage, it's not a specific time frame, just enough for me to get outside and feel a little bit more awake to be getting ready. I will be taking a body shower when I get back home. So I'm just gonna go for a walk right now, and then I think when I get back I'll just catch you guys up with all the little life updates that have been happening lately. So I'm back from my walk and I realized I actually forgot to put it on Strava. So it's 7:43. It was like a 20-minute walk, nothing crazy. I've been taking a little bit of a break on running lately just because I do think that I started to get tendonitis and my feet hurt so bad. So I've been doing a couple of things to kind of help it a little bit, but I have taken a break from running. And then the half marathon that we were supposed to do ended up not working out for a few of us. We're all gonna reschedule for another time. It's totally fine. I feel like my body needed a little bit of a break anyway with how busy I've been lately. I started to get really unmotivated and uninspired by videos, and I really didn't like the content that I was putting out. I don't know why. I just got really frustrated. I don't know if it was the editing style or the angles or what it was, but I wasn't liking my content. But yeah, I don't currently have any furniture in my house. I actually just picked up my bar stools yesterday from my parents' house because I was originally supposed to move out. We were going to get a tenant to kind of rent the place for now. Like as soon as I got engaged, we did start looking into different options of either making this an Airbnb or putting it out for rent. But the applicants that we were getting, I don't know, my mom and I really prayed about it and we just weren't at total peace about the situation. So I ended up moving all my stuff out. Like almost everything is at my parents' house. At the end of it, we were just like, you know what, it's okay. Things can always be moved back. But we ended up making the decision that I was gonna end up staying here after all. And so all my furniture is gone, but all I have in my room is my bed. I have my office because I do work from there every single day. But like I said, I just picked up my bar stools. I didn't have any chairs in here for like 3 weeks. My garage is pretty empty right now. We figured we could have moved everything back right away, but we decided that we would take the opportunity that for now that the house was completely empty, we would just get the carpet completely cleaned. And then we also want to take the opportunity to just paint the entire house. We're getting closer to Galindo and I getting married. We're going to be living here when we are married. And so him and I are going to start looking at paint colors here pretty soon. I won't be doing any furniture shopping anytime soon because right now the priority is the wedding, but I will be giving you guys like a whole series on like making over a room or a bathroom or whatever that might be. Okay, it is 7:57. I normally start getting ready for church around 8 o'clock. I am going to take a body shower and then I'll start working on my hair and makeup. I'll just catch you guys up with everything else while I get ready. I normally start by working on my hair first and then I go to my makeup. I already put like my moisturizer, my eye cream and all that stuff. Normally I leave my house around 9:45 because our service starts at 10:30. I've been the lead for Sunday mornings for the nursery for some time now, so it requires me to be there a little bit earlier, make sure that our check-in system is working, that all the teachers and volunteers are there on time, kind of sort out any issues or kinks that need to be sorted out so that the service can go smoothly and everything like that. So I do that every Sunday morning, and then every other Sunday I actually teach. So I've been teaching the 2-year-olds for the past like almost 17 years now. It's honestly my favorite age group. I feel like it's when you get to start really knowing their personalities and getting to know know them a little bit more. They can start forming sentences and you can see their thought process, and it's like the cutest thing. So I absolutely love the 2-year-olds. I don't think I'll be leaving that department anytime soon. I guess just a few updates. We'll start with the wedding. We debated going back and forth between wanting something small and wanting something not huge. We've never said we want anything huge, but like a normal size, I guess. We went over the list again. We literally contemplated like, let's just get our closest people and go to Santa Barbara and get married there. They do allow you to have like full ceremony and receptions there. I thought it was going to be a lot easier to be able to get in for that, but I reached out to them and they sent me all this information, and I guess it requires you to book a year in advance. Only allowed a total of 3 hours from beginning to end, which is literally nothing. You can only have acoustic music. You can't have anything other than that because you have to be respectful of the public and everything like that, which obviously makes sense. It's a public place. We were like, okay, this just isn't gonna work out. We already had our venue anyways, so we weren't really worried about it. We were just thinking outside the box a little bit and be like, okay, should we just go for something smaller? But I think we're perfectly fine with what we have. I'm honestly so excited about it. We are going to be sending the save the dates out this month, so I just have to finalize a few addresses. I'm getting that they're minted, so they already send you the envelopes with the addresses on them. So far we are 7 months out from our wedding, and we have our venue, florist, DJ, live music, photographer, videographer. I have my dress. The bridesmaids have their dresses. Galindo, we're gonna look around a little bit more for his suit, but we already have an idea of which ones we're gonna get for the groomsmen, so we're just gonna take them to LA with us. So we literally have so much. I have a makeup trial next week after church, and I do also want to make sure that my sisters and Galindo's mom and sisters get their makeup trials because I want them to feel just as beautiful that day. Like, you're gonna be coming out in pictures all day long. All the attention is gonna be on you two as you're walking down the aisle, or you're part of the crowd, or you're giving speeches, or whatever that might be. They're gonna get just as much attention, and so I want to make sure that they feel as pretty as they possibly can that day. And then Galindo and I are already looking into what we want our honeymoon to look like. We do have some locations already set on what we want, but it's really gonna depend on a few things. We're really excited about it though. It is somewhere that we've been wanting to go for a long time, and we really want to go somewhere that doesn't require an itinerary. We don't want to be totally booked from the minute we get there to the minute we leave. Like, we actually want to feel like after all the chaos of planning and all the stress that went into it and the busyness, like, we want to feel like we actually got to relax and still have the ability to do the things that we enjoy the most out there. As far as like weight loss and working out and all of that goes, I did mention to you guys that we are putting a pause on the half marathon. I will start training for that again soon, just not right now. And so I'm trying to just walk as much as I can right now. I am watching what I'm eating. I'm making sure that I'm conscious of the amount of calories that I have, the amount of sugar. I'm also going to start trying to limit gluten and dairy just because those are inflammatories. I was sensitive to dairy literally my entire life growing up. Then I ended up doing this detox, and I feel like after that I wasn't as sensitive to it as I was before. So it doesn't really make me sick like it did before, but it's still naturally an inflammatory. So I'm not going to completely eliminate either one, but I do definitely want to start limiting them and see kind of what that does for me, especially because I'm not going to be doing really high intensity types of activities right now. So I want to make sure that I'm really watching closely how clean my diet is, because I'm not going to be burning as many calories. I'm just trying to pay attention to that. Also, from February until literally September was falling out. I think I had mentioned it to you guys. It was falling out in clumps. It was actually starting to get a little bit concerning. I'm starting to get a little bit worried with how much hair was falling out, not only in the shower, but like I would wake up and I would have hair like on my pillow, and that never had happened before. I'll be brushing my hair out and I just get like chunks of hair, and I was starting to get really worried about it. It stopped falling. It thinned out a lot in that time frame, but it did finally stop falling. And then I've been trying this for a couple of weeks now, and they say that you don't start to see results until about the 3rd week, but I have been using that Mary Ruth Hair Growth Max, and it comes in a bottle. I thought it was going to be liquid form, but it's more like a caramel consistency, I guess you could say, and it's the cookie flavor. I don't really care for the flavor. I just care if it works or not. It's been about 2 weeks and I can't really say just yet if I've seen like results, so I don't want to recommend it as of right now, but it is something new that I'm trying to give a shot. And I will say though, my hair did stop falling, so it's not like it's already grown out tremendously, but it did stop falling, so that's like the first part of it. I do feel like I've gotten a little bit more baby hairs, so I guess it's a sign, especially kind of like in this area. I'm getting a lot of new growth, so I am excited about that, and I'm hoping that I can start to see results soon, because I mean, I want my hair to look as thick and healthy as possible on my wedding day. Also, I reached out to our photographer because our engagement session is included in our package. The pictures when we actually got engaged, those pictures are going on our save the dates and on our website, but the engagement session pictures that we're going to take with our photographer, those are going to be for our invitations. So I told her like, hey, we're sending our save the dates out this month. We want our invitations to go out no later than the first week of March. When would you recommend that we do our photo shoot with you to be able to have time to have everything edited, printed, and sent out by that time frame? And so she said her turnaround time is only about 2 weeks, but because of the printing time and all that, she recommends that we take our pictures no later than the last week of January, so that it gives us enough time for everything. She gave Galindo and I a few options because she has plenty of recommendations of different locations. I feel like our vibe is a little bit more like the field type of pictures, but because it is the last week of January, the weather is going to be pretty unpredictable whether it's going to rain or not, so we don't want to end up in like a flooded field or something. So we told her like, hey, we're gonna try to go for the field pictures, but if the weather ends up kind of going crazy on us, then we'll have a backup as the beach, and we'll just kind of see the week of what everything starts to look like. But we will be scheduling our photo shoot for the last week of January, so I'm very excited about that. And then my wedding dress arrives in December, so I'm just so excited. I feel like everything is starting to come together. One major thing that we don't have though is the caterer. Galinda's mom sent me a recommendation of one that she recently went to a wedding, and they said the food was so good, so they were able to reach out to the bride, so they ended up sending us the link, so we're gonna go through that. Chastity also sent us some catering options, and then for all the venues that we ended up looking at while we were doing all of our venue tours, everyone gave us a list of preferred vendors, so we're gonna be reaching out to those as well and see if anybody's available. We're gonna have about 150 guests at our wedding. We're trying to obviously stay within our budget, but we also don't want to skimp out on the food. We want to try to make sure that we pick someone good. That is the update on the wedding. I guess that's the update on work. I feel like I've kind of caught you guys up at this point. There's been a lot going on. I haven't really been able to pick up the camera. I'm trying my best to start vlogging again, but it's kind of hard because from 8 to 5, I feel like I'm glued to the computer, and from 6 to 10, I'm working my part-time. So by the time I get home at night, I'm just exhausted, and I don't even know what I would film past 10 p.m. If you guys have any ideas or anything that you guys want to see specifically, maybe I can get some things on my days off, or I don't know, but I do want to start filming again because I do miss vlogging and posting on this channel. I feel like this wasn't really like a morning with me. I guess it was just kind of a life update, and it just so happens to be on a Sunday morning that I'm getting ready for church. Things were a little bit hard for a little bit, not gonna lie. That's also another reason why I wasn't really picking up the camera. I was just stressed in general. Life kind of kicked my butt for a little bit. While circumstances haven't changed very much, I feel like God is changing me and my perspective, and sometimes I feel like that's the goal. Sometimes I feel like it's not necessarily for him to snap his fingers and change everything, but to really over time evolve us into what we're supposed to be and really shift our mindset and think the way that he thinks or feel the way that he feels about certain things. And I feel like that's kind of where I'm at right now. My situation doesn't look very different from what it did in the beginning of the year. My outlook on it does, and I feel like it makes it feel like my situation is different even if it's not, which makes it feel like I have less of a weight that I'm carrying, and I'm kind of just giving it to him, and it's been working out. And just like he feeds the little bird, why would he not care more for me? He's just really teaching me to trust him for every single thing. I was reading in my Bible yesterday. It was like my devotion and my prayer time, and it was in the book of Luke, and it was when John was in prison, and he sent a couple of disciples to Jesus and and said, are you really the one that has come, or should we look for someone else? Because he was stuck in an impossible situation. And at that moment, Jesus had healed the sick, he made the blind to see, he made the lame to walk, and the disciples were witnesses of that. He told the disciples, tell John, I still make the blind man see, I still heal the sick, I still make the lame to walk. And I feel like sometimes we just need a reminder of the fact that it's not that he can't do something. It's that there's a reason in that moment that he won't do something. But it doesn't remove the power that he has to actually do it. There's something that we're not seeing just yet that's keeping him from saying, okay, today everything changes. Sometimes I feel like, man, can God really change this for me? Can he really make this happen? And yes, he can. And we just have to be reminded, like, hey, he still works miracles. There's a reason for why you don't see the changes just yet, but it doesn't mean that things aren't changing. I just really needed to see that yesterday. And it really is true. Like, all the questions that we have in life, the answers really will be found in his word. I didn't know that I needed that in that moment, but I definitely did. It was a very gentle reminder, like, hey, he knew John was in prison. He knew he was about to die. And it didn't mean that he didn't see him, that he didn't know where he was. And so I have to remind myself, like, okay, he sees me. He knows where I'm at in life, in my situation. He knows how I feel. We're just waiting on something specific to align, whether it's in my mind, my own spiritual walk, in my situation, or just it's just not time yet. That just puts me at ease. Like, okay, if I were to take Ella to Target and she wants something that's for ages 5 and up, and she's literally 1.5 years, I could buy her the toy. I could get it for her, but I would be harming her or putting her in danger, or just knowing that she's just not ready to handle that toy just yet because she's not mature enough to have whatever it is that a 5-year-old can have. And so I think just framing it in that mindset, like, okay, and maybe it's just to protect you from yourself, from harming yourself or from harming others, or from the situation getting worse than what it started as. He knows why things are still the way that they are. So yeah, I feel like that's kind of what I've been learning through this whole situation. I feel like the things that we go through in life that God will lead us through or allow things to happen, the goal is to get to a better place, right? The goal is to get to another mountaintop. But I don't think that God would allow us to go through something to end up exactly where we were before it started. Like, I feel like the goal is to grow more, to be like him, to mature spiritually and mentally, and to learn more, to be more, to do more. And so I don't think that things that he makes us go through are just to get no progress at the end of it. If you want to get to a higher mountaintop than the one that you were standing on before, even though you thought it was high enough, you got to go through a bigger hike. You got to go through lower valleys. Like, the trials that I go through right now are 1,000 times harder than something that I went through when I was like in 6th grade. But how much have I grown since then, that the trials have to be bigger, or they have to be different. They have to be something that I haven't experienced before. A reminder that he is still a good God, and the things that we go through are to put us in a better place that we were before then. I mean, I guess just relating it to something physical that you can actually see. You're working out, you're starting to see definition, you're starting to see more muscle. Sometimes you have to have more reps, your weight has to be heavier, you have to do it more often. Like, you need to do more in order for your muscle to grow. Otherwise, you're just maintaining exactly what you already look like. And so I feel like that's how it is with God as well. In order to get to the next best thing, you're gonna have to go through something a little bit harder. There's gonna be a bigger stretch. There's gonna be more things that you're gonna feel that you haven't felt before, you're gonna go through that you haven't gone through before, you're gonna experience things that you haven't experienced before. But at the end of the day, it's to get us to a better place, and it's for our own good. And we have to remember, like, he doesn't just make us go through things because it's fun for him to watch. He's trying to make me better through this. I have to go through something that I haven't gone before, and I'm going through it, and it's just gonna be a little while. It's only temporary. I know things are gonna start to turn around here any moment, and we just don't know when that will be, but one day I'm gonna wake up and everything's gonna be different. Okay, so this is the final result for my hair and makeup. I usually do my lip products in the car on my way there, or once I actually get to church. You guys already know I never do like any lip products before then because I'm always like drinking some kind of liquid. I used a different eyeshadow today. I don't really think I like it, but it's already on. I'm not gonna redo it, so this is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and iron my dress really quickly, and I'll show you what it looks like. I got a gift card for work, and I needed some new dresses because we went to Mexico not that long ago with our sister church, and so I ended up using that gift card for some dresses. So I'm just gonna show you what that looks like real quick. For my jewelry, I'm wearing this Ana Luisa necklace. I've had this for some time now. I really like it. And then of course I wear my Aura ring every day. I do not leave my house without my engagement ring. And then I do have this bracelet that was gifted to me from Galinda's family. And it was kind of just like a symbol of, you know, the gold and silver, just two families coming together and me now being a part of theirs, which I absolutely love. So I wear all of these every day as long as I have an opportunity to be able to get ready, because I'm not allowed to wear any jewelry other than just like a simple band for my second job. So whenever I do have an opportunity to get ready and dress up, I always have all of these pieces. Let me show you guys really quickly what my dress looks like. I got this dress on Amazon and I really like it because it's super comfortable. It's really lightweight and it is pretty sheer, so I do have a slip underneath. It also has pockets though. I'll try to link it in the description below. This is my church outfit for the day. So that's basically it for today. I just wanted to spend the morning with you guys. I figured I would take the opportunity to catch you guys up on some life updates, let you guys know kind of where I've been, what's been going on, and I really do want to start posting more content here. So if you guys have any suggestions for any videos that you guys have been wanting to see, please put them in the comments down below. I really want to know what it is that you guys want to watch so I can try to get that filmed for you guys and posted. I'm always open to new ideas. That's basically it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It'll really support my channel, and I will see you guys all next time. Bye.